What is up? What is up? What is up, Sussex squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Guys, so quick update before we get into this video. I wanted to do a live stream today. I really did. But my work schedule has been really hard. And it just wasn't looking realistic. I miss you guys so much, and I really want to have that moment so that we can all talk together at the same time. But I'm thinking it's going to have to be next week. So, and I think next week I will probably start vacation. I have to kind of double check. But that's just to say, starting next week up until beginning of August, I'll have vacation. So I'll be able to do a lot more. I'll be able to do a lot more in general. But guys, let's just take a look at this really quick. There was an article posted by Celebrity. You guys know I love that stuff. This article is posted on June 16, 2023. It says, the male exiled Prince Harry will need to come back here for practical reasons. This is by Kaiser. And of course, by, normal celebrity fashion, there's a little bit of commentary, and then there's the actual article itself, and then there's a conclusion commentary. So I'm just going to read through this with you, and you guys let me know what you think. You might have already read it, but still, I want to talk about it together. So, Kaiser says, it's been 3.5 years since the initial Sussexes announcement in January 2020. And it's been 3 years and 3 months since Meghan and Harry completed their You Could Have Had a Bad Bitch tour. I love whoever this writer is. I love them so much. I aspire to be this person. So it says, their final events as working royals. Since then, Meghan has returned to the UK 3 times, all of them in 2022. A stopover visit to see Queen Elizabeth II before heading to the Invictus Games. Then the Fakakta Jubilee. Hopefully I said that right. Then what was supposed to be a charity-focused visit last September, only it turned into a 2-week hostage situation when Queen Elizabeth II passed away during their visit. I'll pause there. So we know that was a hostage situation. The other Windsors did Prince Harry and Meghan Markle so dirty. They wouldn't even let, they prevented Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from seeing Queen Elizabeth in her last moments. The others had more time with her in those last moments than Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did because, same old stuff that just seems like dysfunction. It seems truly like jealousy and maybe a little bit of internalized hostility that's, they're taking it out on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but maybe it's actually towards the trashy UK tabloid media. Because remember, it's not Prince Harry and Meghan Markle who the trashy UK tabloid media has made their lives miserable. It's also the other Windsors. Anyway, to continue. Keep in mind that is not to diminish Prince Harry and Meghan. They've received so much more ghastly behavior. Keep in mind, when the Sussexes left in 2020, they chose to maintain and pay for their lease on Frogmore Cottage. And if not for the pandemic, they probably would have visited more often. That's all over now, given how the Windsors treated them, and given the fact that Charles evicted them from the family home they paid for. How cruel. I get it why some more bold squatties than I might be across the internet call King Charles the third Charles the Cruel. Evicted them for the house that they paid for, and not only just the house that they paid for, evicted them from the house on palace grounds that has top security when they have had their lives threatened numerous times from nationalists that the trashy UK tabloid media incited. When I see people, the Rangers, roll onto this channel and say, the UK was so gracious to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, I'm just like, do you guys guys realize how insane you sound? Do you realize it? But that's just, I just recorded a video about narcissists. Narcissists, when they cannot let you go. That right there. Even just looking at how the UK, I mean, Kaiser is saying it in this article. They left 3 years and 3 months ago. But still, they do every single thing they can to continually try to destroy them. On an individual level with a narcissist like that, the only thing you can do is break all contact. And I feel like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have tried their very best to do that. The problem is we live in a world right now that is so connected. It's so interconnected that it's very hard. So something has to happen on a policy level and on a mentality level. This mentality that's going on here, I mean, woo boy. Anyway, can we send all trolls to an island? I'm thinking about doing a video like that. I would really love to know all the hateful, bigoted, racist, sexist, jealous, cruel, nationalists, whatever, all those just nasty, trolly individuals in the UK, US, Italy, Spain, France, Australia, everywhere. Can we just send them to an island? Y'all, do you know how fast that island would self-destruct? It's just Alright, I'm done. Okay. And that's what narcissists hate. They hate being laughed at. Y'all saw that thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene where everybody laughed at her. Ooh, you could just feel her soul dying. Anyway, so it says that's all over given how they were treated, etc., what I just said. So, well, wouldn't you know, the Mail's Palace Confidential people are completely shocked by this turn of events, that the Sussexes really aren't coming back, that they really are in exile. Seriously? After more than 3 years, Kaiser says. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so this is the actual article that she's commenting on. So, it says, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle really are in exile after the palace's significant decision to not invite them to the King's birthday parade, according to the journalist behind the story, Richard Eden. I've heard about Richard Eden. It's significant when Harry and Meghan quit royal duties. Officials were very keen to stress that they would still be invited to occasions such as Trooping the Color, which tells Mails Plus Palace Confidential, end quote. So the fact that they haven't been invited is very significant. Pause. They don't care. They don't want to be invited. They want to be happy. They're not happy in the UK because you guys are obsessive and insane. They want to be, I don't know how many times. Alright, y'all, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm wild right now. So, it says, it's significant when, jump down. Okay, so, the Daily Mail's royal editor Rebecca English points out that combined with the lease on his Frogmore Cottage property running out, it adds to his rootlessness. Now, let me pause this with them saying, oh, Prince Harry is just wandering aimlessly. Meghan Markle's making him miserable. He needs to come back to the UK because this is his real family. He's so much happier here. Guys, when you look at the pictures of Prince Harry now, in the past 3 years compared to being in the UK, what crazy insane person would think he looks happier in those miserable photos of him, walking in these these royal engagements with Charles and William in front of him and him behind being the old sad sheep, the old sad spare who nobody cares about. He looked miserable. And Meghan looked miserable because she was receiving death threats, racist remarks, racist comments, hate speech all the time. And then you look at them in the US and they're happy. Like, they have their family. They have their friend group. The only time in the US you see them unhappy is when the UK tabloid media sends plants to, harass them again. So it's the amount of delusion, I really don't understand it. But I think what Prince Harry and Meghan Markle said about how love always wins, they just have to keep their eyes on the prize and fight for themselves to be happy. And goodness gracious, like, if Sussex Squad has anything to do with it, we are gonna fight for them to be happy as well, because nobody should have their happiness, their well-being, their health, their safety impeded to this extent. So rootlessness, my butt. Anyway, adds to his rootlessness and the pair's distance from the country they once called home. Ugh, just leaves such a nasty taste in my mouth. It's like the abuser who said, "We abused you, you piece of filthy crap. And you should have been grateful that we abused you. Get your butt back over here so we can abuse you some more." Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm feeling really theatrical today. It really emphasizes the slightly rootless nature that he has in the UK, she says. Truthfully, everyone I speak to says they can't ever see Meghan coming back here. They really can't. But Harry will need to come back here for practical reasons. Eden believes that it really is an exile for Harry and Meghan now. Now, I don't even have that last sentence of this article. I don't even need to say what my thoughts are, because Kaiser from Celebrity says it immediately. It was so funny because after I read that last sentence and I had that nasty taste of poop in my mouth, I just was like about to say exactly what she says. So Kaiser, in the conclusion, first sentence of her conclusion says, pray tell you, what are these practical reasons for Harry to return? Exactly. This was the thought that came to me exactly. So go ahead and tell us what these practical reasons are. Elaborate. It's the same thing when trolls roll on this channel and they're like, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are whiny babies. As soon as I ask them to elaborate, can you please elaborate? Silence. Oh gosh, guys, it's getting funny now. It's that point where narcissistic abuse, when the empath finally gets away and they see the narcissist keep helicoptering over like they're repeating some weird, gerbil wheel in their mind, it becomes kind of funny to just see them going around in a circle. It's sad, but it's funny. I feel like Harry and Meghan are feeling this on the institutional level at this point. At first, it was really, really hurtful for them, and they felt so much pain. I imagine now they're just like... Okay. So, to continue on. Last little bit from Kaiser. So she says, does Becky English mean that Harry will need to visit or actually move back? He ain't going back. Ever. The only reason he's going to go back, which Kaiser corroborates with me, is for those doggone lawsuits. Take my doggone wife's name and my name out your mouth. That's the only reason he's going back. Hopefully, maybe he'll get to give a little hi to his family there. I said in another video, I'm tired of this stuff. I hope that King Charles, Prince William does the right thing, makes up with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, because they were in the wrong. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't need to do anything. They just need to continue to live their highest self, be their highest self. I mean, dude, even looking at the stuff that they've done that has been diplomatically, even just from a diplomatic standpoint, not even to just go into what's a good father, what does a good father make, what does a good brother make, but even just from a diplomatic standpoint, it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. And even with that being said, I still want Prince Harry to make up with his family, and more importantly, I want Prince Harry's family to show Meghan Markle the respect, the love, the compassion that she deserved from the very beginning. I highly doubt that is going to happen, but me being an optimist, I hold out hope for that. So maybe in some of these visits where Harry goes to make testimonies, to collect, money from these lawsuits, whatever it might be, I hold out hope that out there that he will, be able to have his family come meet him instead of going to a coronation concert to listen to all the same music from your coronation, I hope that they, the other Windsors, will make that step towards Prince Harry. Because again, Prince Harry owes them nothing. But I hope that they will make that step towards Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to mend that relationship. I don't see it happening, but I still do hold out hope for it. You know, people can change. It's very, very, very rare. But with right mental health, you know, even looking at Charles, I see probably some mental struggles that he should have gotten help with a long time ago. I mean, Prince Philip held him up to this weird high standard in terms of masculinity. I mean, we'll talk about that more in another video, but I have thought about it in the past. You know, I don't think that he's dealing with a full deck. And, you know, we'll talk about that more because I got a lot of thoughts on that. But anyway, it says, does Becky English mean that Harry will need to visit or actually move back? Because, well, I have news for her. Meanwhile, these people are shocked when Meghan and Harry don't jump when the palace invites them somewhere, and then they're shocked when Meghan and Harry show no interest in being invited. They're shocked that after more than 3 years, there's nothing to hold over Harry's head. No way to control him, no way to guilt trip, no beloved relative to kill off at a convenient moment. Now that Harry has buried his grandmother and grandfather, who he was extremely close with, and who I think were emotionally mature enough, call it age, call it whatever, to understand where Harry and Meghan were coming from. Now they're gone. You know, it must feel really crappy for Harry. It's like the only people who were there for me, who were the shoulders I could lean on, who really had my best interest at heart, you know, in terms of how far they can have my best interest at heart in this tank of sharks, are gone. You know, what else is he attached to there? He's not attached to anything there. His attachments are in Montecito, Meghan and their children, and their friend group, and their support group. You know, I have a great friend family here in Paris. That's not to say that my family is not great, but, you know, I have people here that hold my highest interest. They're located here. My life is here in Paris. I was born in the United States of America, but my life is rooted here in Paris. I have attachments here. My attachments to my family are there in the U.S., but otherwise, in terms of culture, in terms of a lot of friendships, I have less attachments there. My home is here now. Harry's home is in Montecito. It's where his support circle is. It says, now that Harry has buried his grandmother and grandfather and have been evicted from the home he paid for it. He'll only return to testify in his lawsuits against his father's good friends in the press. And these people are simply aghast. It's so funny and a little bit sad. My sentiments exactly. And then just to wrap up, to read a couple of the comments. Someone says, whatever gets you through the night. Sure, sweetie. He'll definitely come back. Sure, sweetie. That's how they're saying that. Even just for practical reasons. Someone else says, they're a sad lot. They are. Someone says, nah, dude, they dumped you. Exactly. It's just like the obsessive ex that can't let you go, or the narcissistic abuser who can't let you go. They really don't realize what's happened here. Someone else says, and I must say that Harry has never looked better, so much healthier. Right there, I feel the same thing when I look at pictures of him. I'm like, goodness gracious, he looks well. He looks so much better. He looks like his heart and his spirit is fulfilled. He looks happy. He looks happy in his being. He was so miserable over there in Shutter Island. It's like, I don't know what these people are thinking, saying that he was miserable, like he and Meghan are headed to divorce. That's just they're projecting their own misery. That this person continues on to say, looking at the pic above, it was obvious that he was not doing well in England. He wasn't. I can tell that from an empathic level. And they finish up by saying, sometimes you really have to dump the toxic relatives. But that's all I've got on that one, guys. I would really love to know what you think. We're going to keep holding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle up in our hearts. We're going to keep correcting this silliness. I love celeb bitchy because not only do they give their commentary, they show this hate speech that's out there. They show this manipulation, these manipulation tactics out there against Harry and Meghan. We have to continue to pray for them, to speak up and use our voices, because I get exhausted just seeing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle try to fight this monster on their own myself. So I would love to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments. We will meet back and talk more and more about the Sussexes. Don't worry. Next week we'll come back with a live stream, and I'm sending you guys so much love. I love you. I love you. I hope you're well in your mind, body, and spirit. Do not let those trolls, those narcissists, those evil, what do they call them? Happiness vampires. Don't let them suck the life force out of you. You go ahead and be happy. But anyway, I love you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you next time. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. And sending you much love.